Go there. You see, not for me again. To go and
okay, thank you very much. Please move to the next question. So I'm going to answer this. We need to understand that exercise has its benefits. Physical activity has its benefits. Physical activity is any bodily movement. Any bodily movement. So as you are doing your walk, yes, your joints are going to be stretching, your muscles are going to be, strengthening by the nature of the work that you are doing. But it is not the same as something that you intentionally plan or make out time for. It's not the same. One is the major difference. Every other thing can be the same. The major difference is the mindset that you put into it. The frame of mind at the point of that experience. So if you are going to work every day, let me give you an example. Teachers, they go to work every day, they run around, pursue this child, pursue this, they pursue like 30 different children, 50 different children and all that. But as they are doing that, they are doing it with stress. They are doing it with a different frame of mind. It is work. So it's important to set out time. But I understand you. Your answer is no, it is not a must. It is not a must, but there are additional benefits. Specific additional benefits. Let me give you an example. There's something called sarcopenia. There's something called osteopenia that can eventually lead to osteoporosis. I will explain these things. Weakness of the muscle, sarcopenia, loss of certain muscle fibers and the bulk of the muscle. Now, there's osteopenia, loss of bone mass that can cause the bone to break due to a disease called osteoporosis at later ages. Now, as you age from 40, 50 and above, this process starts occurring. Your regular activities that you do not put into check those things that are happening. You need to be training your muscles to become stronger as you age. That's one of the things that will even guarantee that you will live longer. You need to be training your muscles. And as you do, let's say you do lifting, exercises that involve weight bearing. Okay? And these exercises have to be supervised and guided before you can do them on your own. As you do those things, the bones are becoming stronger, they're becoming firmer, they're becoming healthier. Same with the muscles. So that's where the difference comes in. Now, what we should know, at least at the basic level, if you are going ahead and you are engaging in activity, you are doing your work and everything, good and fine. What's the frame of mind in that work? It's different when you are trekking because you don't have money, and when you are trekking because you are rich. It's different. When you are trekking because you don't have a car and you are just angry at everybody, anybody that passes you, they did not pour out on you, but you just in your mind they smash up on you and they want to insult you. Different. The two things are not the same. Now, what matters is the mind you are putting into it. So even if you are doing your work, even if you don't have time to plan exercise in your day and all that, as you are doing your work, love what you do and do what you love. Ensure that work is not killing you. That's the only way you can get the benefits of exercise while doing regular physical activity. I hope I answered your question. Okay. Thank you. And next question. I don't know what to say. Let's get the next question. Next.
Amen.
Amen.
Good morning, people of God, and thank you to our teacher. I'm going to ask you. My question is this: what are the causes of neck pain? Especially when the pain keeps coming, and can malaria aggravate it?
Okay, good. Now, there have been reported cases, often. I experience that too. When I have malaria, I can experience joint pains. It's regular. It's regular. However, it is not a primary cause. It is not like a cause. Yes, it can aggravate some symptoms of joint aches and pains and all that. Neck pain has a lot of causes or predisposing factors that can lead to neck pain. One, your posture. The posture you adopt to walk, posture you adopt to cook, to do different activities. Now, most of the time, you find out that we do most of our activities in a slouch bent position. So something like this, and the neck is straight. And people do this over time. The chair that you are sitting in your house may not be built to accommodate that. Your car seat may not be built to accommodate the fact that your neck needs to be in a certain way. So you now see people driving, and these are the because and especially people who are not too tall, they sit and then they are forward like this, which may not be so good for the neck, the position. Now, other things like degenerative changes that are happening within the bones, and that's why if you're having neck pain that has persisted beyond a week, 2 weeks, please go and see the doctor. And not just seeing the doctor. When you see the doctor, request to see a physiotherapist. Sometimes, what happens, what we see, people go to the doctor, report, oh, I have neck pain, they give them Cocodamol, give them medications, and advise them what to do this, don't do this, sleep on mattress, did this, and then they go home and take the pain medication. The pain goes for a while. After a while, it comes back. When the effect of the pain medication has worn out, they will come back with the pain again. Take another pain medication. It keeps happening and it's a cycle. Those pain medications are not necessarily what we want you to be living on. So when you see the doctor and he doesn't refer you to a physiotherapist, as long as when it comes to physiotherapy, 3 things: anything that causes you pain, anything that limits your movement or affects your mobility, or anything that requires exercise, that they've told you, the doctor has told you, oh, you need to be doing exercise, request for a physiotherapy referral. Okay? So now, part of what may be done is maybe doing an x-ray to find out the situation of the bones there, to know what is probably happening at that level. Maybe the bones are degenerating. So as you age, like I said, the bones can get weaker. The cartilage, there's a protective covering. When you're eating chicken, that biscuit, that one that if you're chewing, and there's a covering layer of our bones, our joints, that can start wearing out as we age. A chemical process starts occurring and breaking down. So just the way you have osteoarthritis in the knee, there will be osteoarthritis in the neck. That's what we now call spondylosis. Degenerative changes happening at that level. Now, there are other things that can lead to neck pain. There are other things. It could be a nerve issue, it could be an entrapment of the nerves that are coming out from the neck region, can be entrapped within the spine. Different things. So whenever you're having pain and it's constant, it's not going, go see your doctor, let them examine you, refer you to a physiotherapist if need be, and then you continue from there. There's a lot that you can do, lifestyle adjustments, things you need to change. Maybe you need to change the kind of seat you sit on. Maybe you need to change your posture, the way you do things. You need to change the mattress, or they teach you how to use pillows to sleep and all that. So a lot of things actually come into play. Who can answer the question? Good. Morning. Okay, thank you very much. This is a very interesting topic. Fortunately, I did a session with another church, CNS in Kubwa, and we did the entire topic was menopause. The health implications, everything around menopause, and it was like we spent almost 3 hours there on the same topic. But the thing is, you just have to understand your body as a woman. You have to understand your body when you are approaching, because perimenopause is different from menopause. Perimenopause is the season before menopause approaches. The season where you are either having maybe too heavy or too little flu. There's just an alteration that you have recognized in the flow that is not usual. You may skip the period for a while, but that doesn't mean it has reached until it's been 1 year marking the end of a woman's reproductive cycle. Not just the period where she's no longer seeing her flow, but the end of that reproductive cycle. Now, there are certain changes that can be happening. Hot flashes, joint pains, night sweats, all those different issues that can be happening. The reason is not necessarily because of lack of activity. Some may, and sometimes they can be coinciding. Something can be happening alongside another thing that is happening. But the thing now is, for menopause, what is causing those symptoms that most women are experiencing is something called estrogen deficiency. at the woman's reproductive stage, she's producing a lot of estrogen. She's producing estrogen, which is good for building synthesis of bones and all that. It's, maintaining the elasticity of different structures in the body. But as soon as she gives, that period passes, estrogen availability shuts down. Now she will start experiencing certain things. Lower libido, dryness down there, a lot of other things. Now, it is now left for the woman to be able to go to the doctor and say, okay, these are the things I'm experiencing. A gynecologist or obstetrician and gynecologist, these are the things I'm experiencing. What are the options that are available for me? In more advanced countries, developed countries, they are now doing a lot when it comes to hormone replacement therapy. So they use a synthetic form of the hormone estrogen called estradiol, and they administer it to the woman through different routes. It could be oral, could be transvaginal, could be through different routes to help supplement that availability. And a lot of women have reported serious improvement with hormone replacement therapy, but it's something that you have to discuss with your doctor. Yes, so like I said, they can obviously coexist. So I maybe we would get to plan something else along that line. I'll be glad to come and share. Okay, thank you very much. It's nice having this time with you.
Thank you very, very much. We are full of insight. We appreciate God for your life. May God bless you. Thank you for coming. So another time, just drop our uniform.